Hello, and welcome back to another Duel Links episode. I am creating a farming deck for Mr. Jack Atlas. Actually, two different decks. Neither one is 100% win rate, just on the simple fact that Jack Atlas's signature monster, he can actually get it up over the first deck, which we'll jump in here and I'll show you what's going on here. So on this one, it uses Gate Guardian, and the rest of these cards are basically a draw engine. So I use the Red Eyes Black Dragon along with cards of the Redstone to basically be able to send one to the graveyard, be able to draw two cards, and then if I have another one of these in the deck, I can actually send it to the graveyard as well because I have Red Eye Spirit, which can summon a Red Eyes from the graveyard. The rest of these cards, the anti-magical arrows, I do not believe it's actually required to use these, just on the simple fact that I don't think he has any back row that can stop you. Union attack is a must, just on the simple fact that you will play with your Gravekeeper's Vassal to get that up over the 99.99, along with the Secret Pass to the Treasures that allows you to basically swing over any monsters that he has on the field. I have this in here. Basically, if he tries to summon Red Eye or his Archfiend, Red Archfiend Dragon, if he plays it with a Synchro Boost, with Synchro monsters, he can actually get up to 3,800, which is 50 attack points higher than Gate Guardian. So he can swing to destroy Gate Guardian. So I have the Void Trap Bull in here just on the simple fact that when special summons Archfiend Dragon, I try and negate that summon just on the simple fact that try and keep your Gate Guardian up. This can be replaced with basically anything that can stop a Synchro summon or you're swinging into you, like a Wall of Disruption, Mirror Wall, something along those lines. But keep in mind, if you use those that decrease the attack, it still allows him to swing in. Therefore, he will still take battle damage, which one of the ending bonuses if this is treated as effect damage. So if he does take battle damage outside of just the effect damage, you will lose 1,000 bonus points on the end of your duel assessment, just on the simple fact that it will no longer be only effect damage win. So keep that in mind. Granted, we do have the bonus campaign running right now, so that might not be actually needed. The rest of these cards are just, as you can see, just a draw engine. Now the second deck, it doesn't matter if he actually summons the... Yes and no, because if you really wanted to, it takes a little bit more because you're using Obelisk Tormentor, who has a 4,000 attack, so it's a little bit greater than the 3,750. So it would actually take 2 of the Synchro boosts on the Red Archfiend Dragon. So it is possible for him to still swing over Obelisk, but the premise behind here is you use the Unhappy Girl as being in attack position. She cannot be destroyed by battle. And then you use Spirit Barrier along with the Unhappy Girl to create that, impenetrable wall that allows you to not take any battle damage. So I do have a couple of the other monster here, Raimi. It allows you to search for the Unhappy Girl. You have those cards, draw engine card here, draw engine cards there, Gravekeeper's Vassal. Basically everything that you need for a farming deck. Now, I do have some replays I want to show you outside of, I'll jump in with the Elements Unite to see the replays I do want to show you. The first one, I did actually lose, just on the simple fact that he summoned his Archfiend with that, and I just want to show you that it can be done to where, like I said, it's not 100% win rate, but it takes, a very specific lineup for him to be able to swing over you. And there are a lot of times where he'll just put everything in his back row to where he won't have anything to be able to play. So, as you can see here, you summon Guardian, his turn, he starts playing monsters, Basically what you're trying to do is you're just trying to create a draw engine. And I believe it's either... I think it's next turn. Because he summons his level 5. Yep, right here. So he does his Flare Resignator. Where if you look... A synchro monster that uses cards as a synchro material gains 300 attack. So that's key in this because it jumps him to 3300. He plays Synchro Boost, which allows him to gain 500 attack, to where then he's a whopping 3800. So since he's at 3800, he can swing over my card. This is where you would want either a Paleozoic Canadia, because as soon as you flip him face down, the Synchro Boost is negated. But if he has another one in his hand, I do not believe, I haven't tried it, so I can't say for sure, but I think he would actually lose the 300 bonus as well. So then that means he would need 2 Synchro Boosts to play on top of there. But as you can see, he swings into me and then swings into me there. So, like I said, it's not a 100% win rate, but the odds of that happening are pretty slim. Nope, darn it. Out of all the times that I had dueled him, out of the probably 30 times that I've farmed him already, he's probably done it maybe 5 times. So it's still very successful. Let's get out of this quick replay. Yep. Okay, and this other one is using the Unhappy Farm. So we'll jump into this and I'll show you. So this one is also not a 100% win rate just because you need 2 different cards and you're not guaranteed those 2 cards at the start. I use balance just on the simple fact that you start with a monster and a trap card no matter what. So you can see I have the Unhappy Girl, which is one of the 2 pieces, which I've gotten a second one. I've taken a third one. So I'm trying hard to get that Spirit Barrier, which just so happens I managed to pull it on a draw. So it's not a guarantee, just on the simple fact, but as you can see, even with Red Dragon Archfiend being summoned, it does not matter. So this has a little bit more consistency. As you can see, he's just trying to swing in because his Red Dragon of Archfiend, his effect states that you have to destroy any monsters that do not attack on his side of the field. So that's why he's attacking me. It's not on the simple fact, there's no purpose for him to actually attack me. So as you can see, that is just a drawn out process of, alright, his turn, my turn, his turn, my turn. Trying to draw through all of your cards to get that. On this deck, you do want good Goblin Housekeeping, at least one of them, because what that will do is it will put 1 card underneath, because you do not want Obelisk the Tormentor on your last card that you draw, just on the simple fact that you have to summon him, unless you play some, a magic card in here that's, you can easily take out anti-magical arrows, and you can put in double summon, something along those lines, to where you don't have to worry about that if that's the card that you have. You can't use the Rivals just on the simple fact that that only takes place during the battle phase, and you have to play these cards before the battle phase. So double summon would definitely be the way that you would go, but if that's the case, I took out Synchro just on the simple fact that if he were to place another Synchro, that would have brought him up to 4,000, and since I only had 700 life points left, I went ahead and I was going to sacrifice that 500, that 1,000 at the end, just on the simple fact that I did not want to lose this duel. I wanted to win it. So that's why I swung into his monster. He had plenty of life points. I'll still have the comeback victory. And a side note here, these cards down here, the Union attacks and stuff, these cards can actually be played in any order. It does not matter which order you play these in. I know some people will say you have to play Secret of the Treasures first. That's not the case. Union Attack does not activate until you enter into the battle phase, so you can play any of these cards. I'm running 3 Union Attacks just on the simple fact that since I only have 1 monster out, only 2 would get the Vassal up to 8,700, not over 10,000. So that's why I'm playing 3. And like I said, you just activate these. And as you can see, he has no macro that could counter my attack, so anti-magical arrows is not needed in this farm at all. So like I said, you can play that, and there you go. It does win, but it does take those 2 cards to win, and it's not a guarantee that you get those. Whereas on the other one, it's more of a guarantee that you are going to start out with Gate Guardian at the get-go. So if you start out with Gate Guardian, I like this farming build just a little bit better, just on the simple fact that, I mean, yes, you can still lose, but you get one of these counter traps out there to where his Synchro Monster or a Canadia. I was thinking about playing a Canadia in here as well. Where is it? Right there in front of my face. So, because I want to try to see if Canadia, if he does actually summon him, I could probably just play both of them just to see. So those are my 2 farming decks. This one obviously you can only use at the gate since it is across generations. However, the other one, the only skill you need is balance, which the 5D's characters, I do know right here, she has balance that she has the skill balance that you can use. So as you can see, I have it right there as well. So you can use this, this method to go over to the actual 5Ds while he's actually there, and you can farm him up that way when he's actually, right there as the event. So that's my tips and tricks on the Jack Atlas farming video here. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Unfortunately, it's not like the Officer Trudge event where it is 100% guaranteed win, but you can make it to where if you have the cards, you can easily make it to where you win very, very often, and therefore you can max out this farming guide so you can get these top tier rewards. As you can see, I've almost gotten through them all. I still have to reach 5.7, and I'm only at 3.2. So I still got a little bit of farming to go. Wind Dragon, I am excited to see how this will play out. I will probably put him in a deck later on, just on the simple fact that the Attributing Dragon, I want to try and use him as a or something along those lines to boost him up to like 3,900. So I'm excited to see what this one will do. Keep an eye out for that video. Hit that subscribe button, therefore you don't miss any of my future videos. Hit that like button. It would be appreciated if you liked this video. If you didn't, obviously don't hit the like button just because I'm telling you to. But until next time, guys, have fun.